virtually to the cup of coffee left on the windowsill inside the cabin.
The great test was, of course, showing Peter the approval photographs. One meeting where we presented them, he appeared slightly annoyed that he was being asked to yet again approve the paint finish on the full-size ship.
The miniature Venture is so realistic, I can see photos of it, and I can't tell the difference. I mean, when they showed me the photograph of the miniature Venture for the first time, I looked at the photos and I thought they were just giving me photos of the full-size one, because it was so detailed. It looked exactly like the ship that I recognized from the filming that we'd done on it.
Cut. Great. Let's move on to Anne's close-up.
So we're very pleased that he had mistaken it for the full-size ship, but in the photographs it's indeed impossible to tell it as not being a full-size piece of construction.
The miniature was a dead-on match to the real Venture. It looked amazing, but we knew we wanted to arrive in Skull Island in rough seas and in stormy weather, and there's no way you can plan for that kind of shoot. Peter felt it would just be easier if we could just create it ourselves, and that way we can control it and make it look the way that we wanted.
The advantage with having a ship that's surrounded by blue screen is that we were able to put any type of ocean that we wanted to, whether we wanted a calm ocean or a pitching, stormy ocean. So the one thing you can never control in film is the weather, except we were able to control the weather.
We built a digital Venture thinking that it may be used as a Hero digital asset, and a couple of times it was. We did some Hero set extension work, but by and large we didn't end up using the digital Venture as we'd initially expected to. Where it really came in useful was in terms of bridging the gap between the miniature Venture and creating digital water around that boat.
And this virtual Venture then had to be fitted over the miniature Venture. This is just a way of being able to work forward on two directions at the same time, shooting the miniature and already working on the digital water, which is very time-consuming to do.
Now, water is an extremely difficult thing to create because it's both a volume and a surface. So what that means is water can break apart and come back together again in a number of different ways.
There was actually quite striking pre-visualization done for the sequence where the Venture first approaches Skull Island in the fog. So looking at that, it made us realize that to get these sort of motions and this interaction of the boat and water, we'd have to come up with a computer graphics solution to the water.
That water goes through a whole bunch of stages. It starts off with what we call wave scouting or wave sculpting. Wave scouting refers to